Yo guys, Zcon here as always. Welcome back to a brand new COD mobile video. The brand new season 2 update is just around the corner, and in this video I have some patch notes and changes as well as additional content that will be coming with this new season. So be sure you watch to the end so you don't miss a thing. There's some pretty interesting stuff coming and a lot of changes, and also it means a huge deal to me if you just go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, ensure it's on all and not personalized, and also just hit that like button. It only takes a sec and it helps the video out a lot in terms of YouTube's algorithm. So let's get right into it. There are two new maps coming to COD Mobile. So the first one is Shoe House, which if you did see my videos on the test server, you would have seen this map. And also there is Shipment Modern, and both of these maps are from the Modern Warfare series, and they're both available for TDM, Domination, Hardpoint, and Kill Confirmed. I'm not sure if any one of the two maps are ranked maps. I think it's very unlikely though, but we'll see. There is a new mode which is Gunfight Sniper, and I'm assuming that this is similar to the normal gunfight mode where when you get a kill your weapon changes. However, instead of using random guns, there will be snipers and marksman rifles. So this says eliminate or capture objectives by using only acquired sniper rifles. Kilo bolt action, SKS, and the NA45 are also available in this mode, and this is available on Cage, Pine, King, and more maps. I think this mode will be for the smaller map. There are some improvements coming to the overall gunsmith setup. So firstly, blueprint overview. Players can now select and change blueprints in the loadout by conveniently clicking the overview icon. So it's basically an easier way to change your loadout and stuff. Recently acquired items. The notification clearing icon now shows all the new items players recently acquired, including weapons, attachments, soldiers, camos, and others. So this will basically mark the new stuff that you get. Players can now see the new blueprints available in the loadout. And the part that we have all been waiting for, the multiplayer bug fixes and improvement patch notes. There are a lot of weapon changes and optimizations, so let's get right into it. Increased MSMC's OWC marksman barrel attachments vertical recoil. So the recoil control on the MSMC is getting a buff with this attachment. It's gonna be pretty interesting to see if this can bring the MSMC back to life. Also there is gonna be increased S36, UL 736, RPD, and the M4 LMG's YKM combat stock attachment. ADS reduction time. So 4 of the best LMGs are getting a buff in terms of ADS time, and I think this should be huge. It doesn't really say how much the ADS time will be reduced by, but I think it will vary for each of these guns. And additionally, with the slight movement changes that are gonna come, this is gonna be interesting to see how LMGs are gonna phase into the game. Decreased HBR OWC barrel attachments negative effects. So the OWC marksman overall for the HBR is getting a buff, so I don't think it's gonna be too much. Increased DLQ 33 damage to 90 and granted higher wall penetrating damage, and this is huge. I have to tell you, the Locust right now is just dominating the DLQ. The DLQ's damage was already higher than the Locust, and it was very hard to get hit markers with the DLQ, so this increase in damage could actually see a lot more people using the DLQ over the Locust now. Additionally, changes were made to the DRH's no stock attachment. So firstly, they did decrease the hit flinch to 15%, and they did increase the ADS time reduction to 12%. And I don't know why they're trying to buff these 3-tap guns even more. I thought that in this update they would try to nerf some of them, but it is what it is. They also slightly decreased the ICR's no stock attachment and YKM combat stock accuracy, so the bullet spread is obviously gonna be decreased. I'm not sure the exact percentage though because they didn't say. Slightly increased the ASM-10's no stock attachment hit flinch, and at this point they're just adding salt to the wound for the ASM-10. It's not being used that much. I think they should be paying more attention on the Man War and the DRH. Now the stomping power is getting a nerf, and I think that this will go for all guns like the Locust, the Arctic 50, and some other guns. Now a wall penetrating leg shot won't be lethal anymore, so I guess that's for mostly snipers. And finally, for the guns, the Arctic 50 is getting a lot of changes. The capacity of blocking fire bullet for the Arctic 50 is decreased from 20 to 15, and its maximum capacity is decreased from 40 to 30. ADS time is increased from 12 to 30, which is just massive, and shot interval is from 40 to 50. So let me just try to break that down a bit in case everyone didn't get it. So the ammunition is getting a increase, also it's getting a major increase to the 80th time, so this is like 2 times what it was, and also the shot interval is getting a 10% increase as well. Additionally guys, there are some changes coming to some operator skills and score streaks. So firstly, there's a nerf coming to the war machine. There is going to be a decreased explosion range, and also there is going to be a decrease in the overall damage. The gravity spike is also getting a slight nerf to the damage at range, and they're also nerfing the annihilator again. It seems like COD just really hates the annihilator because this thing gets nerfed like every season. They're going to slightly decrease the annihilator's damage to the stealth chopper, the Goliath VTOL, shield turret, and the transformation shield. Now onto the multiplayer optimizations. So firstly, there's going to be a change to dead silence. So soldiers equipped with dead silence perk no longer hear the footsteps of themselves, and the audible range of running has been decreased. And I'm very happy about this because a few times I'm using dead silence, every time I hear footsteps I have to stop running to see if someone's actually coming or if it's my footsteps, so it's super confusing. And I guess they're also limiting the distance that the enemy is away that you can actually hear their footsteps. There are also some movement optimizations. They should be on screen right now. And obviously we can't just get into multiplayer and not go into BR, right? So the changes made to weapons in BR, I believe they are more generalized than multiplayer, but let's get right into it either way. So firstly, increased ADS accuracy for all weapons and increased horizontal recoil control for all weapons. Popular weapons such as the AK-47 and AK-117 have much lower vertical recoil control compared to other weapons. The locking time of the FJ18 is changed to 1 second. I'm not really going to get into the math of this, but I'm going to put the exact thing on the screen. Significantly increased SMG and shotgun hipfire accuracy, and significantly increased sniper rifle recoil control. They also made changes to some legendary operators, so they increased the tempest damage and damage radius, increased the annihilator range so it can now eliminate enemies in all ranges with just 2 shots, increased the projectile distance of all lethal and tactical weapons. So this cluster grenade now has an alarm when it sticks to a object, and the direction of small objects will be shown on screen. And finally, discarded guns will no longer show amount of remaining ammo. And there are a few optimization changes, so I will be putting them on screen. Also guys, the tank battle mode is going to be available for rank in battle royale. This is actually going to be pretty huge. I can't really go over everything, so I should have the whole document here on screen. You can pause the video and go through it if you like.